Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Afternoon Tune. I am your host, Josh, and with me is my two co-hosts, Chase.
It's your boy, Chase.
And my other co-host, Nick.
Hello, everybody.
And we got a special guest, Julien Humdinger.
Yes, it's me.
Very infamous guy.
in small circles, yes.
You know, I think you're definitely the most famous person I know. Definitely.
Well, shit, the bar is low.
Well, hey, I was trying to give you a compliment, but
I appreciate it, man. But I'm gonna keep it real on this real podcast.
Yeah.
I just remembered who you were, Julien.
I never forgot who you were, Chase. I never forgot.
And he's with us to review the new Tony Hawk video game.
Yeah, it's gonna be tubular.
Yeah. I've never skated a day in my life. So that would be very interesting. Of course, I know who Tony Hawk is. He's kind of like the Larry Bird looking white guy.
Put some respect on his name. He's the Larry Bird of skating. Well, no, the Michael Jordan of skating.
He definitely is.
There you go, Chase.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, legendary skater. Of course, always show respect. Always show respect for Tony Hawk. And gonna discuss the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. I guess they're just making Xboxes like iPhones now. I guess just a new series for every different generation. I guess. So we're gonna discuss that. We're gonna discuss the Dune trailer. We're going to review I Am Thinking of Ending Things, that Charlie Kaufman Netflix film. We're also going to discuss the newest episode of The Boys, episode 4 from season 2, and we're going to discuss season 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai, which has recently started trending again. It's an older series. It came out 2 years ago. It debuted. Season 2 came out a year ago, but since it's moved to Netflix, it's all of a sudden had a resurgence in popularity. So I'm going to discuss that as well. Okay, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling?
Can't complain, doing all right. How about you, Nick?
I'm doing good. It's like almost 7:10 in the morning here in Japan, but I'm good. I got my coffee. Let's do this.
Julien, how you feeling?
I feel great, man. I just got my 300th win in Fall Guys on my stream at twitch.tv/Julien Mr. Humdinger. Shameless plug, TM.
Oh.
Okay. Little slow clap for you there.
Thanks.
Yeah. What's the obsession with Fall Guys? Why do people like that?
Well, it's Mario Party, but turned into a battle royale. People like that there's a game out there that's popular that they can play where they're not running around with a fucking machine gun, dude. Like, every game is like, oh, let's put a gun in their hands and just cross our fingers and hope that people buy the useless loot that we'll give away in it.
Yeah, it's free and it's very accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
That's like the main appeal. Because you don't have to point and aim at anything. You just run around and
jump.
Hope not to die, or hope to just make it at the end of the race.
So it's just kind of aimless.
No, it's there's definitely like an aim to it. It's just it's not like you're shooting down a barrel. Like you're running around. It's 60 people and one person gets a crown at the end.
Yeah, it's like a race. Okay. You know.
Yeah, some of the rounds are races, some of them are other types of games, but it's all just like little... Imagine just, again, Battle Royale, but what's it called? Mario Party.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen some gameplay in it, and it just kind of looked boring as hell to me.
You should play it because that's ridiculous.
Okay. I'll play it. I'll check it out since it's free. I'll check it out.
Well, it was free last month on PSN. You might have missed the boat on it. I mean...
Okay. Well, I don't have to play it then. There we go.
You don't download those free PSN games? You paying for that PlayStation Network and you don't get your free shit? That's on you.
You're not getting your money's worth, man.
Hey, I missed the boat.
Yeah.
I missed the boat. Hey, well, there you go. Not everybody can be with the trends. All right. So So let's gear up for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 review. Julien, I'm gonna let you take it away there.
Sure.
Tell us all about it.
Well, if you're not familiar with Tony Hawk, I guess you've been living under a rock. I actually did a documentary, a review for a documentary a few weeks ago on oneofus.net for this documentary called Pretending to be Superman, which is a reference to the famous Goldfinger song, talking about the impact that the game had around the world. And as some of you may know out there, what's it called? The Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 game on PS1 is, you can look this up right now, it's one of the highest rated games on Metacritic. I think it's like number 3 or something.
As it should.
And I think that they picked up the mantle like from where they left off in those best games, and it turned out great. I have no complaints about it. I think that all the gameplay is really solid how I remember it. I think that all of the characters that they have in there are well chosen, and I think that it's just the same game but with more. Like, at first I was annoyed that they had so many challenges they threw in there and it just seemed like they were just tacking on shit, but then I realized, I was like, oh wait, I beat this in like 2 days, so it's a good thing that all these BS challenges are here. Gives me more stuff to do. And then I recently unlocked Officer Dick after maxing out the first 2 games. That's actually played by Jack Black this time around, which is kind of neat. So I have Jack Black in a cop suit. And last night, after my many attempts, I finally unlocked the alien character. And that pretty much maxes out the game for me. But the thing is that the multiplayer is so good, it's going to keep me coming back for more. Because there hasn't been a Tony Hawk game with online multiplayer that worked in probably almost a decade. I mean, and if you guys have questions, I'd be happy to answer them about the game. But I give it like a 9 out of 10. I see people giving this game Game of the Year, winning lots of awards. Like, it all depends on your taste, but it by far, it deserves to get Best Sports Game this year. Because fuck Madden and fuck FIFA. I'm so sick of those EA games.
And 2K.
Yeah, fuck all of them, dude. They're trying to steal your money and give you nothing. That's the thing that I'm really hopeful about this Tony Hawk game, is that there's no microtransactions in it right now, and that they're going to keep them out. Because if they add microtransactions, mark my words, they're going to review bomb the shit out of the game. but
well,
yeah.
I think that, like, the freshness of this game, since we haven't had a great skating game since like childhood days, you know,
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I felt like that is what kind of makes this game great,
but I think
kind of separate in itself, because like unlike 2K, Madden, and FIFA, they basically just recycle the same game every year with just slightly better graphics.
Yeah. And the thing is with Tony Hawk is they tried to add in too much stuff, but it got to a point where they realized it's like, fuck, we jumped the shark, you know, we overdid this shit. Because Tony Hawk is not that complicated, you know. I do a kickflip, I can do a revert, and do an acid drop. Like, there's just a couple certain moves that you want to put in there so people can string together those long combos. Because the thing about Tony Hawk that makes it stand out from those other sports games that we mentioned is it's also an arcade style. Like, I remember the first time I played Tony Hawk with one of my friends who actually skates, and he just, was just skating around doing a kickflip. I was like, the fuck are you doing, dude? Then he showed me a skate video where this guy just jumps across a gap. I was like, he didn't even do a trick. And my friend turned and looked at me. He's like, know how fucking hard that is to do? So, I mean, Tony Hawk will make you appreciate how difficult skateboarding is. But at the same time, it's not about that. It's about just getting people into the culture of skateboarding and just enjoying. Because some people are real gatekeepers about skateboarding. Like, I've never been to that many skate parks, but when I was in LA, there was this one comedian who I met through the circuit of going to open mics, and he would tell me that there were certain people who were just assholes. Like, they wouldn't want to help people learn how to skate. They'd be like, nah, man, skateboarding is this personal thing. I'd never sell out, blah, blah, blah. But that Tony Hawk game, it's great. It's a great vessel for more DLC. I want more. Just give me Tony Hawk 3 and 4 in a bundle, and I'll buy that for $40 more. That's also one of the best things about it. It's a $40 game.
Yeah. How accessible do you think it is to people who've never played the series before?
Like the original was, very. I think it's super simple. I think that some people may get discouraged when they first start because their skater will suck. But as your stats go up, like for example, when I was playing the demo, when I broke 200,000 in a 2-minute run, I was like, wow, I did it. And now that I have full stats, I can get like 600,000 points in that run. Or get like a 300,000 combo. So it's something that I think is very accessible. That's the best part about it, is you can just pick it up and give it to someone, and they'll be able to figure it out. It has that classic sensibility of pick up and play. Very similar and akin to like Fall Guys. It has that mantra of like, it's simple to play, and maybe a little bit difficult to master, but not that hard because I've mastered both of them. Not Tony Hawk as much as Fall Guys, but it's not that hard once you pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. And part of the fun, I was just gonna say, like, part of the fun back in the day of playing the game was just crashing and like killing your character.
Oh yeah, dude, that was my favorite thing in the Skate games. There was a game mode that they had in Skate 2 online where it was called Bail, and it was just you jumped off of a high point and see how many bones you could break. I loved that shit. It was great. I hope that Skate 4 will have that. Because that's the thing between those two series, is people say that they're really the same, and it's like, they're not. Like, I feel like Skate has more of an appreciation for realistic skateboarding, where, like I was saying, the Tony Hawk series is unapologetically fucking arcade silly shit. I have a grind that I can do from unlocking Jack Black's character where he just sits on the skateboard. You know, like, it's called like a lazy ass grind or something. Like that, those games are just pure fun.
Yeah. How's the soundtrack for the game?
At first I was really excited about it, and there's some songs that I definitely like don't really care for and that I'll skip. Like there's fucking Machine Gun Kelly on there. Like no one wants that anywhere. No. But they have this one song that I discovered through the game, and it's this UK rapper, and it's called Shut Down. Everyone go, and it's shut down. Ring, 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 and it's shut down. I'm fucking into it, man. I was playing it on my stream while I was winning at Fall Guys earlier today. But the soundtrack is great. It has all the songs that you would want to hear from the original, you know, whether it's Power Man 5000 singing, like, this is what it's like when worlds collide, or fucking Goldfinger, Superman by Goldfinger, which the documentary was based on.
Oh, nice.
Like, there's tons of good ska, there's Sublime in there, there's lots of good stuff. Soundtrack is great. I think that, if anything, Tony Hawk is going to win awards for its soundtrack, no doubt.
That would really piss off 2K. And I hope it does.
I hope it does.
Man, fuck 2K. I said it.
I'm with you, Julian. Fuck 2K. Fuck EA Sports.
Fuck 2K.
Yeah, EA Sports, give us your wallet.
EA Sports. My money, bitch.
Yeah.
Graphics and sound wise, how well does it do there?
Oh, I'm glad that you mentioned sound. I'll say, because I haven't said many negative things. Dude, there's this thing that they do where if you start doing well, your character will be like, woohoo! Yeah! All right! Ooh, yeah! Like, you can choose the sound of your voice, but I made my guy sound silly as fuck, and he'll be like, woohoo! Ooh, yeah! And it's like, I really wish I could turn that shit off.
So on a scale of 1 to the body bag kid from the original Karate Kid, how annoying is he?
I mean, it's. However, if you're good, it's the body bag, bro. But.
Get him a body bag! Yeah! Alright.
Shit.
Like, I remember before the game came out, I was watching people Twitch stream it, because, like, I was like, let me see these motherfuckers who were cheating, because, like, they were on PC, their stats were definitely full, because they were hitting these 1,000,000-point combos, and, like, they were playing as Tony Hawk, and every 5 seconds, like, woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Stop. But as far as that, the graphics, dude, they're wonderful. The game looks amazing. I think that the take they have on it, super inspired. A lot of people have complaints about the way that certain levels look, and I think that that's a case of people going, it's different from what I remember, so I don't like it. And I think that they pay homage to the original really nicely. I think that the designs and everything looks really crisp, and I think the characters look really cool. Like, one of the things that was cracking me up is they have like a creative character you can make, and one of them looks like a young Christopher Walken. It's a lot of fun. Looks cool. So I think that they're gonna add a lot of content to the game, and it'll all look really, really pretty. I'm just, again, worried that they're gonna put microtransactions in there.
We'll see. Prayerfully, they keep it pure.
Yes, but the thing is, the only reason I mention that is the last game that studio was involved with was Crash Team Racing, and that game famously released. It had a great system going, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're gonna put microtransactions in here, guys. Sorry, if you want these cars, it'll be money. Yeah, it just sucked because then like the currency's value dropped hard, and like you could win a race in Crash Team Racing, and they would give you like 100 coins, and you would want to unlock something that costs like 11,000 coins. So it's like, well, fuck me, right? And the Tony Hawk game is doing this thing where, so I'm level like 51, and I've gotten, like, I've bought a thing here or there, like, you know, $10, $11 in the game's currency. And there are these moving skateboards that look really fucking sick. Those cost $12,000. I have $13,000 and I've maxed out both games. So it's like, all right, I'm going to wait until I get one that I love. Because I'm not going to get another one.
God damn.
Yeah, every online match that you play, they give you $5. I think it's fucking brutal. Like, I'll come in first place. They're like, great job. Here's $5. Why, man? Give more.
That just sounds like a grind, like an unnecessary grind.
Haha, good pun, though. No, I think that the thing is, though, is that the multiplayer is fun enough that even if I've maxed out the single player, like, I'm still going to get on that multiplayer to show off my alien character and whoop people's butts, dude.
So if they were to add, like, DLC, what would you like them to add?
Oh, dude, like I said, Tony Hawk 3 and 4. I want to see those levels. And if anything, go further than that. Put the fucking Underground series in there. Like, I really want them to add content that will be worth my dollar and not, like, nickel and dime me. You know, I don't want to see, like, Shrek come out as, like, a character I can pay for. I want to see Shrek like how he was back in the day in Tony Underground 2, where if I do enough awesome shit, I can unlock the Swamp Dweller himself. You can look that up online. There's footage of Shrek and Tony Hawk. I think that's actually where the game model came from that you see people make memes of and Gary's Mod and shit. Because Activision at the time, they owned the Tony Hawk, the Shrek brand for video games. So they're like, fuck it, let's put Shrek in our skating game. And they did. It's great. He has a grind where he takes out earwax and puts it on his foot.
Did they ever put All-Star in the original soundtrack for that game?
Not the original, but I wouldn't be surprised if All-Star was in Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Yeah.
That sounds like something they would do. That was when the game started to go to shit, but I still liked it because they started incorporating a story, which is not here now, and it was fun, dude. Like, they had Bam Margera, you know, pre-mental breakdown, and they had Tony Hawk fucking around, and they started introducing weird vehicles. Like, there was a character in Tony Hawk Underground 2. He's in a fucking body cast. And he's in a wheelchair, and you can skate with him. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's so stupid. And I love it. Devo is in that game. They have a ton. They have a whole video breaking down online all the characters in that game. I could go on for hours about
So
it.
your final ruling for it is 9 out of 10, right?
But yeah, Tony Hawk 2, 1 and 2. It's a 9 out of 10. But if they add fucking microtransactions, I'll knock that shit down to an 8. Because again, the price tag is what makes it really great. That price tag is strong. Because as we know, maybe this is a bit of a segue for you. I'll throw this to you. You know, they're saying with the next generation that these games are going to cost $70.
Oh yeah,
Now, that's bullshit.
$70 fucking dollars.
$70 for 2K20 or 21.
Yeah, Josh, would you buy what's it called? Would you buy a $70 game for your Xbox Series S? Would you do that?
Thank you for
No, I
that
didn't.
review of Tony Hawk, Julian. Thanks a lot.
No
man.
problem. I love to shred.
And you're okay. That's a skater term, right?
Yeah, a boarding type term, if you will. Not to bore you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All that skater shit. That's nice. Good old.
You keep it going, I'm gonna get
skater
gnarly.
Hey, Julian's a skater boy.
Yeah.
And I'm about to say,
Yeah.
see you later, boy.
Smell you later.
All right. So, moving on from discussing Tony Hawk, going to discuss another video game topic: the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X. Discuss the prices for these, are just overall impressions, thoughts on them. The only reason I got excited when Xbox announced their price, I thought during this week PS5 would announce their prices, but nope. Alas, they did not. I thought they were gonna one up Xbox, but they did not. So, Nick, what are your general thoughts on just like the look of it, the design of it? Are you typically an Xbox guy? What are you thinking about it?
Well, in general, I'm not really that big into gaming. I used to have a Xbox One back when I was living in the States, but since going overseas, Xbox really isn't that popular of a console. Like, you go to the electronic stores out here in Japan, and it's all Nintendo Switch, it's all PlayStation 4. So I really haven't even touched my Xbox since, if I'm being honest, since the Spider-Man PS4 game came out. But as far as like the design and the look of the Xbox Series X and X, the X they both look like just really small dehumidifiers to me. Being honest.
Yeah, one of them looks like a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks like a mini fridge. I'm
The
scared
other
if
one's a
I'm
walkie-talkie.
I'm scared if I game on it, I'm gonna just accidentally like reach for a drink and then turn my shit off.
Yeah, you'll be out cold.
The Series S, so that's the smaller one. That's the $299 one. That's the one that kind of looks like a fast food drive-through microphone. So it says it comes with only 512 gigabytes of SSD storage compared with the Series X's 1 terabyte. Let's see, but thanks to smart delivery, and this is via cnet.com, by the way. It says games optimized for the new consoles won't take up as much space on the Series S as the Series X. If you want to play some of your big old games, the Series S supports the same 1 terabyte velocity architecture for the SSD expansion. Whizzy new game features are designed to be compatible with both, and they have the same support for the new wireless controllers and other peripherals. It says Microsoft is offering both its 2-year Xbox All Access bundles, that's its plan for leasing an Xbox Plus subscription, to Xbox Game Plus Ultimate with the Series X for $35 a month and the Series S for $25 a month. So what do you all think about the whole bundling with the Ultimate Game Pass? Do you think you want to be continuously paying for something a month, especially at that around that price
First of
range?
all, you said something that I didn't even know. I'm going to take it back to the first thing you said. 512 gigabytes. Ding, ding, ding. That's why that shit is so cheap.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was how much. That's garbage, dude.
Yeah, that isn't shit.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? You can
Yeah.
install Call of Duty and maybe one other game on it.
But I mean,
Sweet.
it makes sense
Like,
because
you
they
could-
have no games. That's why. That's why there's no memory.
There
on
you
it.
go. Yeah, they got nothing for you to play. They're like, oh fuck it, it's just gonna be on your shelf, and don't worry about it.
Yeah. Like you're gonna be watching Netflix and then turning it off. Like that's all it's good for.
The Netflix on and off box. That's what they should call it.
It's a glorified Fire Stick at this point with no games.
Yes. Yeah, that Halo delay really fucked them. I don't know how they're going to recuperate from that. Like, I think that it's interesting, the difference in the stats between these consoles. Because I watched that Game Ranks video where they compared the two. And I'm going to say a bunch of words. It's going to sound like I know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what these words mean. So, the original Xbox One had 1.3 teraflops. The Xbox Series X has like 13 teraflops. And then the Series S has like 6 teraflops. So, take that information and do what you will with it. I just thought that was weird.
My biggest issue with the Xbox Series X and S is that there are no exclusives. And the exclusives
At launch, right?
Yeah, there aren't any exclusives at launch, but the exclusives that they do have, like Fable, Halo, I could just get them on my PC. Like, there's nothing enticing for anybody that either has a PC or just, isn't that big into Xbox for us to get an Xbox,
Yeah, I think that they're really banking on people liking their plan. Like, that's for... I mean, think about it, though. Like, if you are a very casual gamer... Like, also, if I was a kid, man, and I knew that, getting access to a brand new game for now $70, that's fucked up, man. Like, that would be something that would be, like, not achievable. But having the payment plan, for... someone who's not that super like into it, be like, oh, just pay $15 a month, check it a couple times a month. And they announced a big thing that I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that you can look up that EA Plays is going to become a part of the Xbox Game Pass, which is huge. That means that Madden will be included and all that other microtransaction bullshit, which I don't care for, but if it's free, that changes the game.
So do you think they're trying to aim for that kind of kid market where
I think they're trying to go for everyone. They're going for everyone casual that they can, dude. There's a reason why I was joking how they're like, man, they're turning these things into cell phones. Same thing. Yeah, $0 down, iPhone 40. Don't worry about it. Yeah, $70 a month.
Okay.
With the Series S, it says it's a much better deal if you're planning to sign up for Xbox All Access. Once you subtract the price of the console, you end up paying about $12.50 a month for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate compared to its solo $15 monthly rate. So if you get the Xbox Series X, so I guess if maybe it's similar to like if you had the Xbox Arcade. Maybe somebody who was like maybe casually trying to play it, not really all that much into Xbox. Maybe just want to get it to just get maybe Xbox exclusives. Like I got Xbox Arcade because primarily it was just for like I could play Mass Effect on it. That's only when Mass Effect was strictly on Xbox, and Gears of War and Halo, and just get those games. Do you think that's a better option than just getting the $4.99 one? Do you think it being so kind of cheap at a reasonable cheap price like $20.99, do you think that will work out for Xbox in the future and when it releases November 10th?
I don't think at their release it's going to help them at fucking all because there's going to be nothing to play it on. Oh, sick, I can play Rainbow Six Siege and Dauntless. Sick, I can play that right now for $10. I'm like, why the fuck am I going to go out there and spend $300 and play nonsense that I can play right now?
Yeah.
That's the problem. But there was something else I was going to say about it, because there is some benefits to it. Like, that whole plan that you're saying, like, that is a good deal. But at the same time, like, they don't have the software.
Yeah.
Sony is going to come out swinging with a lot of really good software.
Yeah, the Spider-Man game is supposed to be at launch for Sony.
Yeah, that's a launch title for sure.
I'm pretty sure
Sony's killing it with their launch, and especially that release they did, announcing all the games that are going to be available once the PS5 comes out, and Xbox is kind of shitting the bed a little.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, as soon as they delayed Halo, I was like, wow, this is like watching the funeral. Like, this could be like the last system that Microsoft makes. Like, we may see Halo on PlayStation in the next 5 years.
I think it's gonna primarily just
not as
transition
crazy as you
to PC. Because I mean, you could already see the transition. Because Halo is going to be on PC, Fable,
But
as
to
well.
back that up, there's an example though of Microsoft lending out their titles. Cuphead just came out on PS4 this year.
True,
and it was
true.
brought on Switch last year.
Yeah.
And that is a title that Microsoft paid for. So they did the same thing for that game from the devs of the original Fallout game, where you're in space and some shit. Oh, I forget what it's called. But it was a great game, and that was on the Xbox Game Pass day one because Microsoft finished the budget on that one.
So are they gonna go Sega when it comes to video games?
I think that it may surprise people, and that might happen. Like, do you know, like, people don't give a fuck about Halo 2 on their Xbox One. But I can play Halo 2 on my Switch.
Yeah.
That changes the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of no purpose if you're going to lend out all your titles to other platforms. It's kind of no purpose.
Yeah,
I mean, for Xbox anymore.
exactly.
Because you already.
Do you
I
think?
was just gonna say, like, you already
Oh, no,
lost
go ahead,
all
Chase.
the big time gaming enthusiasts because they already have PCs where all those games are already being shipped to, and now
Oh,
you're just
that's what I was gonna say. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
but if they're already going to start shipping all their games to the other systems, then it's like, all right, like you're just putting this out there just to put it out at this point. I don't think that's a wise business move. They just kind of rushed it and felt like they needed to.
So here's a hot take of a wrench that I'm gonna throw into this conversation. I think that PC is about to face some huge backlash. Because something that I've noticed that I haven't heard people really talking about is on PC, what do you have that they don't have on console that really fucking sucks? You got people who are fucking cheating, you know? People complain about that on Fall Guys a lot, like to the point that the Reddit forums look nuts. I have never dealt with someone cheating on console. And I think that that's what's really going to keep console, like, competing with PC. Because it's going to get to a point where people are just...
People cheat on consoles.
Yeah, but not the same way. Look up some footage of people cheating in Fall Guys and compare it to people cheating on console. Night and fucking day. The best that you could do on, like, just for keeping it with the Fall Guys example, you could maybe jump to a place you weren't supposed to jump to on the PS4. On PC, you can drag your character with a mouse and just fuck everyone up.
And then it's also...
So no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, well, also, like, not just the cheating point, but also with the Switch and then also with the PS4, they have their own games that you can't get on PC.
Nintendo, you'll never get on PC.
Yeah.
But PlayStation is coming to PC. It is. I
think the only games that are going to PC, they come out like years after their initial debut. Like like Horizon,
Spider-Man.
Is Spider-Man coming on PC?
Spider-Man's on PC? I didn't know about that.
Horizon just came out on PC.
I thought Spider-Man was coming out.
I know Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding are on PC.
And they just like are coming out to PC.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, I was wrong. Spider-Man's not getting a PC port. I thought it was. No.
And then the one that I thought was really funny was Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to PC around the time that the Part 2 is supposed to come out. So
that's great.
Yeah. I thought that was ironic.
So with the price point of the Xbox released, where do you think that will put PS5? Like, where do you think the price point will be? Like somewhere in the same ballpark? Do you think it'd be?
No, it's gonna be more.
You know,
Yeah, I think that's
Because
So
Sony
what are you
it's gonna be
thinking?
400 and 500. Guarantee it.
I think
My thoughts is that Sony, if they're smart, Sony will do a midnight release October 31st. No one's going to be doing anything. Halloween is fucking canceled this year. Capitalize. Just do it at midnight, basically November 1st. Why the fuck would they do it a week before? Oh, November 3rd, fun day. No, fuck that. Release it on Halloween.
they're also. I mean, they are gearing up for this to be kind of an event, because there are a lot of rumors about the pre-order and how jumbled that's gonna be in terms of like only a select few millions of people
Yeah,
are
like
going to
shit.
be able to pre-order this system for launch.
yeah.
Weird.
And then they're gonna be basing it off of your game, like you playing on the PS4 and your achievements and shit like that, which I think is gonna be funny, because I'm not getting it.
Yeah, if we're
Damn,
going by
maybe they'll
that,
offer
I'm
me
sure
one.
as shit not getting that fucking.
I mean, the thing is
Yeah.
you don't want to
They're
be
going by how much you
don't
play.
want to be an early adopter, right?
Yeah,
Like
no.
one of my buddies is like bragging. He's like, I can't wait to get one. I was like, man, I can't wait to hear you go through that fucking procedure of getting the insurance on your console so they fucking send you a new one.
Yeah,
Like I
'cause it's gonna
can't
be
wait to
buggy.
hear you troubleshoot that shit. Yeah, man. It's gonna come out. Oh man, I got the red dick of death. It's like, yeah, you did.
I was trying to play Spider-Man, and then it just turned into the Brazzers parody.
with Mary Jane.
Oh man, I'm definitely not interested in getting it myself. I'm pretty much just interested in getting the PS5 and seeing what the price point for that will be. And even then, I won't rush out and get the PS5. I'm gonna wait to see what the early kind of impressions are of it. Final thoughts on the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S? Final thoughts?
They are definitely two consoles that are coming out.
I'll give it a shot.
That is very true.
I'll give it a shot, man. I'm always like into the new technology or whatever. And as far as I know, there is nothing that I can only play on that Xbox that's coming out. I'm still like, the thing that sucks with this whole virus thing is, I can't go to Best Buy and try one. So if I hear that there are great games that they slipped under the radar into the Xbox, I'll consider it, dude. I got some money saved up. Like, I'll buy an Xbox One. I'm streaming. But the thing is that my PS4, I've only had it for like almost 4 years now, and I love it, dude. I got the Spider-Man PS4. Why would I ever get rid of it? It works like a fucking champ.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do you all like the fact that console seems like they're moving more towards digital, like, more towards that format, eliminating the more physical disc and things like that? Do you like that at all? Like, it's trying to be more streamlined how the way television and movies are trying
I'll
to
tell
be
you
now.
what, man. I'm
Netflix
indifferent in a lot of ways about it, but what pisses me off is the shit that Nintendo's doing. Oh, here's this collection you've always wanted. It's available for 6 months. It's like, get your Disney business model the fuck out of here. No. Put it in the store or don't. Don't fuck around with this shit. Like, there's this Mario 35 thing that's coming out that looks awesome because it's similar to like Tetris 99, which is amazing. One of the best battle royales out there. And that was free. And it's still there. They didn't take it fucking away from me. So, as long as, like, they don't take the games away from me, that shit I don't like.
I don't think Sony will have that problem. But to go back to like my message to Microsoft, my message to Bill, get some games.
Mr. Gates.
Mr. Bill Gates, please get some games. Because I do want the competition between Xbox and Sony to keep pushing each other to make better consoles. And I think this whole thing going into the digital world of it, one of the things that I really wish both consoles would get is just more storage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is that like Xbox gets a lot of shit, but it's because people, don't pay attention to when they get really good shit on there. Like, if you have an Xbox One and you haven't played Sunset Overdrive, oh my god, you're missing out on one of the best games ever. It's like Ratchet and Clank took so much acid that they turned into humans, and it gets fucking crazy. It's fantastic. Like there is good stuff from Microsoft, but at the same time, Sony just has more. There is not a God of War on Xbox. There is.
Yeah, it's very true. Well, I'll be eager to see what PlayStation 5 does because the ball is in their court currently. And there's always Nintendo hanging around, deciding, see what they're gonna do. And so, yeah.
Did you see the leaks for what Nintendo's rumored to be doing with their controllers?
No.
I have not. No.
No.
So you know how the Switch controller looks, right? I'm holding mine in my hand. Like the top buttons on the right and the joystick on the left, that part of the controller will bend down. Think about that. How much more comfortable that'll be, dude. That is a game changer. That's really good innovation.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, you could pay. You think about how much is that going to be though? Because they charge like $70 for the Pro controller.
Hey man, Sony has that issue too. I bought for $30 a very decent controller for my Switch. The $70 controllers for PlayStation can kiss my ass, and my $120 controller I bought for my Xbox is held together with duct tape. No exaggeration. So controllers are built bad on all sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're built bad on purpose, so they can keep milking money out of.
You remember?
But I will say that my PS4 controller that came with the console is still going strong. This nice red and white controller. And I will say, as far as the PS5 controller, have you guys heard some of the things that they're putting into the console?
Yeah, you can like feel the weather and stuff like
Dude,
that.
the trigger can get jammed. So imagine you're...
A trigger?
Yeah, and that's part of the game. So imagine like you're a 6-year-old. You're playing a game, the trigger stops working. What are you going to do? You're going to slam that shit on the ground.
That was meant to sell more controllers.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can literally hear the maniacal laughter that's going on in the Sony boardrooms.
Oh, yeah. So what
trigger
this
won't
kid's
work.
going to do
Snap.
is to fix the controller, he's got to slam it. But unbeknownst to him, he's going to break it, and then he's going to have to buy a new one every month. Think about it. And it's going to cost him $70.
Evil
It's
geniuses.
gonna be like
they're
playing
gonna be
Far Cry 2
geniuses.
when the guns would jam.
Yeah, exactly like that. Except you'll feel it in your controller, and you'll be like, why is this happening? No one
God.
wants this.
Mother
That is so
fucker!
funny.
Shit!
That is so maniacal. I love it. This is why we need Microsoft to be good and actually drop games with their system.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore.
It won't.
Okay. All right. So, moving on from discussing the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, we're going to discuss the new Dune trailer. Anybody here know about Dune?
Absolutely nothing.
Anybody here
I know jack
read the book
shit.
or watched the old movie?
I just found out
Well,
that there
I
was
know-
a book series.
I know that there's this documentary on Netflix that I highly recommend. It's called Jaredowski's Dune, where Dune was originally like the biggest sci-fi movie ever made. He had every shot figured out, all this shit, and the thing is that that movie took so long to make that tons of other movies ripped it off. Like back in the day when they were doing this, what's called the Big Ten was all the studios. All the studios like got sent one of these books that Jaredowski had figured out every single shot, and now in that book there's shots that you can see in Raiders of the Lost Ark in this little movie called Star Wars. Like it's the thing is that all this shit now you've seen it, so they got big shoes to fill. It just looked like Tremors in outer space.
Okay, because Tremors comes from like the big worm.
Yeah.
That just was what you associate with
Yeah.
Tremors. Okay. I mean, I think it's Denis Villeneuve, who's done Blade Runner 2049, which is one of my favorite films. I love that
it's
film. I
amazing.
think it's one of the best sci-fi films in past maybe like 20 years. I'd say 20
You know
years,
what?
10 years.
This is gonna sound crazy. The only movie I'd put above it is Upgrade, because that movie knows how to use its budget like a motherfucker.
I did like Upgrade. I wasn't too big on the premise myself, but I did enjoy it a lot. And that's the movie with the Tom Hardy.
Tom
clone,
Hardy.
Yeah,
Logan Marshall Green is his name. He's a phenomenal actor.
Logan Marshall Green,
He's
yeah.
so good.
He's one of the people they make in the Hollywood cloning factory.
And he's great.
They clone him off in the... Oh, what you said?
I said, and he's great.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, the physical scenes they do, like where he actually looks like he's being really controlled by an AI, look really great. I mean, he's a really great physical, actor in those scenes. I mean, he really
He
did
sold the shit,
impressive
yeah.
work there.
And there's not a lot of computer effects. It's all cool camera work. But you are right, though, that Blade Runner 2049 is one of the best sci-fi movies in years, for sure. And I am psyched to see what he's going to do with Dune,
Yeah.
but there's... what was it? Someone compared it to Jupiter Ascending, and like that movie screams Jupiter Ascending to me.
Yeah, I was.
It does. I did have a little bit of a feeling looking at it.
Yeah,
Kind of,
my feeling when I was watching it is that this is either going to be great, like Blade Runner, or this is going to be Jupiter Ascending. But from the look of it, it does kind of remind me of the original Star Wars' first world. I can't remember the name of the world right now.
Tatooine.
Tatooine, yeah.
Tatooine.
It does have that sandy, desert look. Kind of reminded me of Mad Max a little bit in the sense of just the world building and how it looks.
I think the color palette is just way different. It does look like Mad Max, but painted with the paint from Blade Runner.
Yeah.
and
And it even looks muddier and
so
murkier
this is-
than that, though, I'd say.
Yeah, it looks really muddy and murky, much like a lot of Denis Villeneuve's movies before Blade Runner.
Oh, right on.
So Dune is based on a book by Frank Herbert, and it will be, so these movies apparently be split into two, so they're going to do two of these films, and it has a very fantastic cast, which is another reason why I'm very interested to see this, even not being that familiar with Dune. Timothée Chalamet, who is like the new kind of, I guess, it guy in Hollywood, I guess you could say. He's, I guess, like, what would you compare him to? Like 90s DiCaprio?
I guess
basically?
so,
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
very young, up and coming actor. Very talented. A lot of women, love the guy. Does a lot of these indie art kind
That's
of films.
the guy from Call Me By Your Name, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's him.
That's him. Yeah, that was. He was jail baiting for Army. That was him. You have Rebecca Ferguson in this. You got Oscar Isaac in this. Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista. Is it fair to say Dave Bautista's had like the best kind of post-acting wrestling career, like in the movies he's been in? Like,
Yeah, I think he's surpassed The Rock.
He is.
The Rock is. I think that he's made more stuff that I enjoy, but I don't think that you can say he's surpassed The Rock, dude. The Rock is like, he's on that Michael Jordan level, where it's like you could show someone in the middle of the desert his picture and they'd be like, Rock.
Well,
not in terms of just popularity, but just in terms of like him actually kind of being more of like a legitimately good.
Yeah,
actor,
in terms
really,
of being an actual actor, I think Batista has kind of surpassed The Rock. But in terms of being an actual like movie star, The Rock is the winner all the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock is.
Yeah,
number
I
one.
think that Bautista has gotten luckier, that he's gotten better roles, and he's been able to show off his skills better. But I still think that The Rock has done some good performances, and he's surprised a lot of people. Like, No, if you say that you were expecting that Jumanji reboot to be as great as it is, you're a fucking liar. You are full of lies.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I
really
was
good, man.
dreading walking into that theater, and I left with a massive grin on my face because it was so much
Yeah,
goddamn
dude,
fun.
I left with a boner, dude. I was like, why am I so excited? This is great.
So I think that The Rock, just in terms of popularity, of course. I mean, he's like the Michael Jordan of wrestling, just in terms of really breaking out and being such a huge success. But I think Dave Bautista, I think you make a good point of saying like he's just lucky enough to be in some really, really good roles like Guardians of the
Dude,
Galaxy.
he's worked with James
like Blade
Gunn.
Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's just been in the right places at the right time, to really gain a lot of favor. But to just to finish off this list, another big person you have here is Zendaya,
The girl.
who's going to be in.
Yeah,
It's Zendaya is my celebrity crush, I guess you could say. And she's going to be kissing another white guy.
God damn it.
Again. Yep. She's the love interest of Timothée Chalamet. I'm not secretly
are.
hating that at all. Well, yeah,
I
a
am
little
a
bit.
little.
Well, I'm a little bit dying inside, but that's okay. But I think overall, trailer looks really nice. Beautiful looking film, just like how Blade Runner was a beautiful looking film. And I mean, we're even having a real life Blade Runner 2049 on the West Coast right now. So I mean, that aesthetic looks really good.
Maybe not in real life, but
It could,
in the movies.
I don't know. In real life, it looks kind of cool too. I mean, seeing the whole world kind of crumble before you.
Man,
that
I got
looks
tons
kinda
of
badass.
friends in LA. They're posting on Instagram and shit pictures of what the weather says. It literally says today's weather will be smoke.
Like, doesn't just looking at that weather just make you just want to put on a leather jacket and just stare off?
It makes you
makes
want to
me wanna
load
stay
two
inside.
shells in a. Makes you want to load 2 shells in a sawed-off shotgun and fucking go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I mean, this is the future that George Miller wanted.
You want to wear a hazmat suit.
Just everywhere you go, just scream
So,
witness. Witness me!
this is it, man. This is the apocalypse. It's coming. It's happening.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I mean, we didn't watch all these movies for
That's
nothing.
true.
I mean, this is what they're prepared for.
Dune is about to happen as we speak.
I got my swords. Let's do this.
So I just want to ask you also, what do you think about the whole kind of aesthetic, the look of the trailer? What positives do you have about it? Nick, I'll let you go here first.
Well, I think this is definitely one of the most beautiful looking trailers, but this is also Denis Villeneuve movie. I hope to God I'm pronouncing that right. And he...
I think it's Denis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve? All right. Yeah, but like most of his movies, it's visually gorgeous. There's a lot of great atmosphere that's being set up. The costuming looks amazing, and the cast, it's one of the best casts I've seen for an upcoming movie next to the Batman.
Oh, that movie that's never coming out?
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It's like,
But
Don't say that? Sorry.
Yeah, but my only concern with this movie is, like you were saying earlier, Julian, how the story of Dune, it's influenced pretty much most modern sci-fi, and I'm worried this is probably going to be like a John Carter a Mars situation, where by the time you get to the original source material, it's already cliche enough. We've already seen this story adapted so many times.
Yeah, it's a coming
Dude,
of
that's
age.
a good comparison.
Yeah, but I have faith in Denis Villeneuve to at least make something that's gonna be an entertaining movie to watch and something that's visually gorgeous.
Okay.
I
Chase.
think it looks good. But like everybody has said so far, it does look like just another coming of age sci-fi movie. It sucks that it's taken this long for it to get adapted, but we'll see. It's like I said before, it's either gonna be Blade Runner or it's gonna be Jupiter Ascending.
I don't think it's gonna be Jupiter Ascending.
Well, I think it.
I mean, even on a worse day, I don't think Denis Villeneuve could do Jupiter
That's
Ascending.
the thing, though, is the only movie I would say he could do that for is fucking Dune.
Yeah.
Because some of the effects in there really make you go, I don't know about that. It looks cool, but like that looks like an effect that could backfire. And one of the things about Jaredowski's Dune, that documentary they talk about, do you know how long the original Dune was supposed to be?
How long?
You guys want to take a guess?
4 hours.
The original film was supposed to be 12 hours. He wanted it
What the actual fuck?
He wanted the film to simulate the experience of tripping on acid, which is impossible. It's impossible. Because he wanted to do that. That's what I think that whole effect around people, like when they start glittering and shit, it's like, there's that influence. He's trying to make it look fucking trippy. And it's a neat effect, but it might look shitty. That's the thing. So just keep that in mind. The original version was supposed to be 12 hours and make you feel like you're tripping on acid.
So this is definitely going to be confirmed to be at least 2 hours, maybe 2.5.
Definitely.
We're gonna get the Villeneuve cut.
Where it's like 5
I'm
hours.
so sick of these director's cut already.
I don't think he's as psychotic to make it 12 hours, but it's definitely going to be a long movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah.
It
Because-
looks like a long movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Denis Villeneuve can make a short movie. Like, I think everything in his resume is at least 2 hours long.
2.5. Now that I think about it.
God damn.
Blade Runner was damn near 3, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah, but I saw that twice in theaters. Like, dude, that made me want to go in a cell. I feel like I'm living in a cell. I'm made up of cells. Cell. We live in a cell.
So,
But he is good at making long movies not feel too long. So
exactly.
Good at
He
selling,
knows
yeah.
how to. Oh, sorry, Julian. Go ahead.
No. I was just making a dumb joke interrupting you. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. But yeah, Denny, he makes the long movies, but he knows how to write and edit and pace them really well to where you don't really feel the time go.
yeah, unlike a certain movie that we will discuss later.
Julian, you want to give your final thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, it's up in the air, man. I said my piece, interrupting all of you individually. You know, it looks cool, but it might be total shite. The last movie I saw Jason Momoa in was Aquaman, and I don't give a fuck what people think. That movie fucking sucks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, dude. When I go to see a superhero movie, I don't go there to see 20 minutes of a guy in a lighthouse fall in love with a mermaid. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I don't want to see the PG version of The Lighthouse.
No, I don't. The beginning of Aquaman reminded me of the beginning of that Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it's like, why are they in an airplane fighting over a laptop? What in the Jason Bourne is going on here? So I'm just hopeful that, bringing it back around to the Dune trailer, I hope that the visuals pay off. It's one of those movies where it really looks like that effect that they're doing around them, they're going to want me to see that shit in 3D, and that ain't fucking happening. So they better fix the shit up. I could see that movie getting delayed into hell.
Yeah, that's another thing to talk about. Like, this movie's not gonna come out.
Oh, hell no.
Wonder Woman 84 that movie just got announced, and it's delayed indefinitely right now. So who knows when they're gonna drop that? Black Widow still. I mean, that's still up in the air. Like,
Black Widow will
when
come
that's-
out
what they're gonna do
if Mulan made enough money, which
Yeah.
I don't think it did.
I don't think it deserves
Yeah,
to,
I think-
so.
Mulan, it
did?
opened pretty well. I think it opened like over 150 million.
Wow.
Really?
I hate that.
Ugh, I just
think
feel dirty hearing that. Ugh.
If I remember correctly, I think I was reading an article that said like, yeah, Mulan was doing pretty well, opening
Well,
up. If
I watched
Yeah, of course
it,
it's.
but at least I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, I allegedly paid for it. Allegedly.
Nah, I'm a snitch on myself. I did not pay for that bullshit.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I know I said I could stay a little bit longer, but I actually got to roll out.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right,
man.
Julian.
Take care,
but
man.
Before you
Thanks
go,
so much
make
for-
sure. Do you
Yes.
have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, the thing I plugged before, I'll plug it again.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Julien Mr. Humdinger. JulienMisterHumdinger. That whole thing. Yeah. But this was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on, Josh. I'd love to do it again if you want to have me on and interrupt you guys sometime. Go watch The Boys, and I'll leave you guys to that. I gotta roll out before my parents start screaming. Okay, bye.
All right, peace. Thanks for being
All right,
on.
peace out, man.
All right, man. Take care, man. Thanks, Julian. To everybody listening to this, hey, find us at Twitter, Afternoon Tune, Facebook, Afternoon Tune. Check out our Facebook page. If you're listening to this video, you already know what to do. All right, do all that fun stuff that helps support us. The liking, the subscribing. You already know how to do all that jazz. If you want to send us an email, theafternoontune@gmail.com. Chase, final word to the people.
Peace. You can find me at Mr. Chase Mack at Twitter, Instagram, wherever.
Awesome. Nick.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find me at Night and Day Nick on Twitter and Instagram.
Awesome. And special thanks again to Julien Humdinger for coming on the show, helping us with the Tony Hawk review there, giving us his perspective. And to all you people out there, whenever you listen to this, hey, don't forget to always stay tuned.
Sweet.
Boom.